Hey there, Ruben. So wanted to ask you, this defensive line, it seems like you guys just have a lot of depth, a lot of talent across the board. Can you sort of talk about that? Is that something that just you're super excited about? And is that something that can really make a big difference in terms of keeping all you guys fresh and letting you really sort of, give it to the other team quarter one through quarter four?
Yeah, that's something I'm very excited for. We get the chance to just rotate at any given moment in the game because we're so loaded. We have so much depth. We get to push each other every day in practice. We get to compete. Um, and I'm just really excited to see where it goes because, like I said, putting each other in practice and we competing every day. We're making each other better. But not only we making each other better, we're making the whole line better. So this is like one big puzzle.
Next, we'll go to Adam from the Sun Sentinel. Adam, go ahead.
Hey Ruben, how's it going?
Good to you.
Pretty good. So I'm not sure if you saw it today. You got named to another watch list. ESPN put you like in their top 50 players in the country. You've had a few other honors, during the preseason. How much does that, how good does that make you feel? How much does it motivate you to kind of live up to, some of these high expectations and stuff?
It means a lot. It's something that I very much look forward to, especially awards like that of that caliber. But at the end of the day, it means nothing at the same time because if I don't live up to whatever the expectation is, it means nothing. If I don't go and play my best and my hardest, it means nothing. At the watch list, it's just like nice pat on the shoulder. It really doesn't mean nothing. You still have to go out and put it work in to get the actual award. So it's like thank you for looking out for me, but I know what the bigger picture is. I know what I have to do to get that award.
Next, we'll go to Jordan McPherson. Jordan, go ahead.
Yeah, hey there, Ruben. Though, just curious your thoughts on some of the first year guys on the D line, just who's been standing out to you, and then sort of along those lines as well. Just what advice are you giving them, considering you were in their spot just a year ago?
I think all the freshmen are looking pretty good, but the ones that stand out to me the most is Cole McConaty. He's a guy that plays with his hair on fire at all times. He rocking my number too, so it's like we gonna have a special relationship anyway. I mean, he's just a smart, athletic kid. Uh, he's just like very reactive. It's like it's everything comes natural to him. Um, when I say the advice I'm giving him is to just be patient. Let football be football. At the end of the day, it's all the same. It's all the same game. I mean, only thing that changes people get a little big in the numbers and in the uniform. It's really it's nothing to sweat about, nothing to be nervous about, nothing to stress about. Football is football. The game gonna come to him because he's a great player. So just be himself.
Next, let's go to Scott Solomon. Scott, go ahead. All right, why don't we go to Marcus Benjamin? Marcus, you go ahead.
Hey Ruben, how's it going?
Good to you.
Pretty good, pretty good. Just wanted to ask about the Saturday scrimmage and kind of what you learned, not only from yourself, from the D line or from the defense from that scrimmage, and also what you learned from the offense and from what you learned, what are you going to take into this week's scrimmage?
I learned we have a great offense. A lot of explosive guys on that side of the ball, but also true. I know that this defense can be battle tested and they're gonna withstand anything that comes towards them. Obviously, the opposites got a little better defense that day, but the good thing about that, we was able to wake up again, play some more football, and the defense came back out this whole week and just reacted how they were supposed to, and that's something I was like very proud of because it shows that no matter what happened, we just have that next play mentality, and that's what we really need, especially in the game of football. Um, and I feel like that's all that really matters because that's what we need. That's what Coach Cristobal harps on every day. And obviously, it's camp. It's good that we both competing. Offense wins some days, defense wins some days, but as long as we competing, I'm fine with that. Some days gonna happen. I mean, we ain't gonna win every day. As long as we want to and we give our best, I'm proud of my guys.
Let's go back to Adam. Adam, go ahead.
Hey again. I remember when we talked to Akeem Mesidor back in the spring. He said he was, excited to get a chance to really play alongside you this year. And I think he talked a bit yesterday about watching you play from the sideline stuff. And how much has he helped you, grow since you got to UM? And how excited are you to really kind of get a chance to team up with him after he missed most of last year?
He helped me a lot. I mean, that was my main guy, especially when I first got here. He was the person that was always critiquing me, um, but in a positive manner. He was always trying to help me. He wasn't a guy that could have been like the bad dude, and I'm behind him, and I'm a young guy with all this hype around him, and I could have just like I filled in his spot. He could have been a guy that was just a hole and turned his back, but he wasn't. He was the person that leaned on me, helped me the most. By everybody, somebody that I always go to when I had a question. He always answered it. Always watched film with me. Always gave me some little insight and details, and now that we get the chance to team up. I'm so excited for that. I mean, I can't even explain. I'm just ready for that. This season just gonna be special with me. Huh?
Scott, did you still have a question for Rueben?
Yes, I did. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ruben, how do you prepare for the scrimmage coming up on Saturday and not think about the game against Florida in 2 weeks?
I really just
How do
have
you
a
take it
mindset
one day
of
at a time?
I have a mindset of just being where my feet are. I know that today is gonna make me better for tomorrow, so I try to focus on what's happening right now. Not too deep into the future. I know that to get better for moments like those, I have to be dialed in practice. So that's what I'm dialed in on, and I know that my guys need me, so I can't be the one that's talking about something that's a long time from now. We gotta get better on what's today, not tomorrow.
And we'll take one more from Marcus. Marcus, go ahead.
Hey, I just kind of wanted to talk about or ask about you playing on the inside as well. Like, how much are you really playing on the inside? And can you kind of give us a sense of who else is really kind of playing on the inside with you and how that versatility just can kind of help you in your game during the season?
It's really a mix up. It's whatever Coach G sees or Coach JT sees. That depends on how much I'll play that. But I honestly feel like the whole D line can play, especially the older guys, because we're so versatile. I mean, wherever they need us to be, we could go there and get the job done. It's like I can't even explain it, man. The stuff we be doing in practice be crazy because like we just got this chemistry connection with each other, and we just flow off each other. We trust each other. We work together, play good football, and everybody can play all five positions in my mind because at least that's what I'm saying in practice.
About halfway through camp, you guys have about a little more than 2 weeks until the season starts. Just how do you feel the defense, the secondary specifically, is coming together? And yeah, where do you feel things stand for your group right now?
I'll say I think we're doing really well. I think, we're just gelling more and more every single day. We're getting, all the small details ironed out, which I think is the most important part in the back end, being very detail oriented. And overall, we're having fun flying around. I'm playing confident. I think that's probably the most important, when you're defense, that you got to play confident, got a little trash talk in there too and making plays. So I'm feeling very confident.
Let's go to Marcus Benjamin. Marcus, go ahead.
Hey, Mish, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Just wanted to get your take on the scrimmage, really. So what did you learn about the defense after the scrimmage and also the offense? What did you learn after that scrimmage?
The on Saturday?
Yeah.
I would say what I learned from the defense, just how competitive we are. How we're never going to back down, regardless of any situation that we're in. Coach Cristobal put us in some situations where like we kind of had I would say the offense had the upper hand. We were able to respond and still make plays, and understanding, being able to be resilient. We go against a guy like Cam Ward, and if he scores on us, we got to be able to bounce back. That's what we did on Saturday. And the offense, it's amazing to see. Xavier Restrepo, Sam Brown, Jacoby, Cam Ward, Anez Cooper, all those guys lining up against them. It just gives me even more confidence, going into the season that, these are guys that I'm competing against. So not only confidence for myself on how I'm going to perform, but, just overall how they're going to perform as well. They're a very tight-knit group and, they're going to make a lot of big plays.
Next, we'll go to Adam from the Sun Sentinel. Adam, go ahead.
Hey, Mish, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. So obviously, about 2.5 or about 2 weeks or so until you guys open up in Gainesville. That's obviously a big game to start the year. Sorry if you can hear one of my dogs barking in the background. Probably working from home. But obviously, it's a big game to start the year. What do you think? I don't know who you guys opened up with when you were at Washington, but what do you think are maybe the pros and cons of starting off with, a big time game, big rivalry game, as opposed to, maybe playing like an FCS team or, a team that might be considered a little bit easier?
Right. I would say I don't really see any cons. I think, I only really see pros in the situation. It's a big time game. Teams got to be, fully dialed in. And honestly, our mindset over here, we treat every game like it's a big game. So, regardless of if it was the FCS team, we're treating it like a rivalry game and going into it with the mindset of, dominating. So, the mindset and the operation week in and week out and how we prepare for teams doesn't change whether we're in the national championship or it's our first game against possibly FCS teams who still that they're good as well. But I would say the pros too just a big time game. It's going to be a good test for us. We're up for it. We're ready. We're more than ready.
And I know, I mean, a lot of coaches will say, and players will say that the biggest, improvement comes between game one and game two. Obviously, there's less room for error when you're playing in a big game like this. So, I mean, I know you guys haven't really started prepping for the Gators yet, but have the coaches kind of impressing you guys like, hey, we need to be like ready out the gate?
No, like you said, we haven't really been, worried about talking about Florida. We've just been focused on, getting ready. I would say we're more, locked in on the scrimmage. We've, gone throughout this whole week, treating it like a game week to get ready for Saturday. So I would say we're dialed in on Saturday for our scrimmage number 2, to be honest.
Any other questions for Mish? Oh, there's Marcus again. Marcus, go ahead.
Hey, Misha, just kind of wanted to ask about Jaden Harris and just kind of what you've seen from him, kind of playing alongside him, and just your thoughts on his play so far in camp.
Well, first of all, that's my brother. He's the guy that he's back there with me in the back end. He's been with me, since the start of fall camp, and he's been playing exceptional. Well, he's one thing that I think I've been very impressed by him is just his ability to adjust to different formations, playing that strong safety. There's so many calls that you have to make in that strong safety position, and he's handled that very well. And he's fast, he covers, and I think the biggest thing with him is he hits, he's physical, and I think when some people think of strong safeties, they think of maybe a super huge guy, but he's big, but he's not 6'4", 230. Like I said, safeties are a little bit smaller now, but he comes down. You would think he's 6'4", 230 the way he comes down and hits, and like I said, he's just so intelligent and he's just confident and smart. And he's just been getting better and better every single day. So, it's honestly, great playing alongside him. It's my guy.
Hey, Jalen. So now, we're about halfway through fall camp. Just how have you seen the offensive line, start gelling together? I know obviously 3 out of 5 returning starters, but Zach's integrating into the line. The guys mixing in at left guard are integrating in. How have you guys gelled over the last few weeks?
I mean, we've been working on this since the spring, throughout the summer, and now it's just extra preparation with every single body on the offensive line, especially the first 5 you see, and then this, that left guard spot is not set in stone, but it's important us to work every different lineup we have. So it's important for us. We gel together really good through spring through now, and we just got to keep doing that with the next practices we are looking to face, and obviously the scrimmage we're about to take on Saturday.
And then I also saw today, I don't know if you saw, ESPN did their list of the top 100 players in college football, and you made the top 100. Just how does it feel to, get some of that personal recognition entering the season? Just, how does that make you feel, this is your last year at UM, and, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I really don't pay attention to that. I just look forward to just getting better each day. I mean, I'm great to be in the top 100. I'm not, satisfied or anything. So I'm not like, oh, happy, but I'm happy, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to getting better each day.
Great. Let's go to Matt Shodell from Kane Sport next. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Jalen. Wanted to ask you about the defensive line and the offensive line. So you guys are obviously getting each other ready. What's it like going against those guys? I mean, you say it's like sort of been 50-50 this spring, sort of going back and forth, winning reps between you guys, or is one side sort of getting the better of the other so far?
Yeah, so I mean, we're not going to win every rep, so it's definitely 50-50, but we're getting each other better. I mean, we're going against one of the best, or the best D-line I feel like we're ever going to face throughout the season. So we're getting that every single day. So iron sharpens iron every day between me and Tyler Barron, or me and Bain and Coop and Simeon, or Zach and, our linebackers, Kiko, and every single one of our D-linemen, and CC and, Matt McCoy and even Sampson. We're going at it each day. So we're getting each other better. And I love going against these guys because it gets us better. It gets them better. It gets them better as well.
Next, let's go to Jordan McPherson from the Herald. Jordan, go ahead.
Yeah, hey there, Jalen. Wanted to ask you about the running back group after a couple weeks of camp. Just your thoughts on the group, the depth that you guys have back there, and just the excitement level to block and set the tone for those guys.
I mean, I'm really happy to be blocking for the people behind in the backfield. I'm like you said, we have a lot of depth in that position. So, and they're very, very talented too. So, you can go down the line throughout the whole roster that we have on the running backs in that running back room, and I look forward to blocking with them or blocking for them every single day in the season as well.
Let's go back to Adam. Adam, go ahead.
Hey again. So with left guard, it's one of the spots that's kind of open this fall. Some different guys, Matt McCoy, Samson Ogunlola, a few other guys I'm sure rotating in. Just how have you seen those guys perform in fall camp? Because obviously they'll be playing next to you.
Yeah, they're competing, and I'm giving them advice. They're coming to me, so it's great to give advice to them, and of course they're going to compete every day, so they're not complacent. We don't feel like we have anybody in that spot just right now. Of course, I'm not going to say who's been there or what we have right now, but I look forward to seeing them compete even more.
And let's go back to Jordan. Jordan, go ahead.
Yeah, hey again, Jalen. With Zach Carpenter, just wanted to get your thoughts on just how much you've seen him grow since he got here in the spring, just how he's gelling, how he's fitting in with the group.
I mean, he's gelling really well. Just like I said before, when he first came in, it took him a while, just like going into any program, a new program. And he adjusted really well in the spring. And then I feel like we really gelled really well because summer we had a lot of time with every single body on the team, and especially with the offensive line and our quarterback, or just our offense in general, our whole team in general. We've been hanging out, but with Zach specifically, like I feel like he's at a great place with us, and we have a great relationship. Not just with me and him, but he has a great relationship with everybody on the team.
So obviously, about 2.5 weeks into camp, just how is the offensive line been coming along? How's everyone kind of gelling at this point? I know you guys returned, most of the starters, so you're obviously familiar with each other, but a couple new guys on the starting, line with the ones. Just how's everything kind of gelling so far?
I feel like everything really going well. I feel like all of us, we building more and more culture and building a better relationship with each other every day, as long as we all the days been going through camp. But I feel like everything really just coming together. I feel like we just been working hard with each other. We just learn each other more. We talk more. Like we don't just learn our separate position. We try to learn what everybody doing. So I feel like that'll be a good thing with us. We've been doing it all camp. So I feel like that'll help us when the season comes.
Next, let's go to Marcus Benjamin. Marcus, go ahead.
Hey, Anez, how's it going?
What's up?
So, just kind of wanted to get your take on last Saturday's scrimmage and kind of what you learned from the scrimmage, and whether it be from the offense or the offensive line, and also what you learned from the defense as well that you'll kind of take into this Saturday scrimmage.
I just learned that the scrimmage, I feel like the scrimmage was very good for both sides. I feel like that we just seen like we can be a good offense if we just connect with each other and just talk with each other more. And I feel like I learned a lot from the defense because all through practice we go back and forth with each other, back and forth, back and forth. So I feel like we just doing that. I just feel like both sides got very good talent. Everybody, we just compete. I feel like we compete at every position. And I feel like all the talent that we got on both sides, we really shouldn't see another team that got the same amount of talent as we got. I feel like we're going against the best guys every day. So I feel like they're just good from us. And I feel like we learned a lot from the scrimmage that we can really be a good offense if we just connect with each other and keep doing what we're doing.
Next, we'll go to Jordan McPherson. Jordan, go ahead.
Yeah, hey there, Anez. Wanted to get your thoughts on the running back group, and obviously see a lot of players who can contribute there. Your thoughts on the depth of that group and just the excitement level of the O-line to be setting the pace for them.
I feel like we got a great running back room. We got big guys. We got Dane Martinez and A.J. Allen, Chris Johnson, and we got even the freshmen. I feel like we got a very good freshman class too with Jordan Lyle. I feel like the running back room is very deep. I feel like we should be able to play all those guys because all those guys got different abilities. We got a super fast running back, Chris Johnson. We got a balanced running back, A.J. Allen, and we got two big guys, Dane Martinez and Mark Fletcher. So I feel like that 4-point combo, I feel like it shouldn't be nobody to stop us in the run game. It's just I feel like all those guys. And they just keep learning each other and just keep doing what they're doing. I feel like we should have a very successful run game this year.
Next, let's go to Scott Solomon. Scott, go ahead.
Thank you. If we can just go back to the running game for a minute, talk a little bit about Damian Martinez and what he brings to the table and how he might be different than what you've seen in years past.
I feel like Dan Martinez is a great back. I feel like he's an older guy, so I feel like a lot of the young guys in the running back room really look up to him. I feel like he's very agile. He learned fast. Like he came in and already kind of knew like how the offense was and kind of knew how the offensive line was. So I feel like Dan Martinez, he's gonna be a great running back. I feel like he got a lot of balance. He's fast. He's big. And I feel like he just keep doing what he's doing. I feel like he'll have a very good season this year. If he believe in us, because we believe in him. So I feel like as long as he just trusts us to have those holes for him, I feel like he should have a very good season this year.
Thank you.
Next up, let's go to Matt Shodell. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, hey Anez. Can you talk about the defensive tackles? What have you seen from them, and how do you think they're going to hold up, during the season?
I feel like we got a very deep defensive tackle class. Cause like I said on the interview before, like I'll go to the huddle and come back, and there'll be a whole new set of D linemen. So I feel like we got a very good rotation of D line. I feel like we got a very good group of guys like CJ Clark. Like they came out of the portal. We got CJ Clark. We got Simeon Barrow. We got Tyler Barron. So I feel like all those guys just come in and just made our group way better because we already had Bain and Moat and Josh Hort and all those guys and Marlon Cook. I feel like all those guys, they should be very good this year because we got so much talent, and I feel like they just getting us better because we seeing a whole bunch of guys. They got different abilities and play different, all different from each other. So I feel like it shouldn't really be a D line that we run into that we really haven't seen because we feel like we're going against all the top guys that practice every day, like I said. So I feel like us just being there and just going with those guys shouldn't really be nobody that we haven't seen. They got different ability than those guys already have. So I feel like they're just good for a whole. Cause I feel like our trench is very deep this year. So I feel like they're just good for all of us. We're just making each other better.